One of our favorite videos here at 1 Degree Outside is this pattern predictions video, which we put out every Monday, which looks at the next 2 weeks of weather. And this time it's going to take us into the first day of June. Flying by here. Of course, you can get the 14-day forecast right in our free 5-star rated weather app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, give it a try. Let us know what you think. I think you're going to love it. Search 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play. This is why you may see things change or shift a little bit in the app in the coming couple of weeks. So a lot of times, if you've watched this video before, you're going to know it when I say it. But if you haven't yet, we start with the height to 500 millibars, essentially a layer of the atmosphere and the average temperature over that layer to hit that 500 millibar pressure level, how high up you need to go. So bottom line is the blues and the purples represent a colder layer of the atmosphere, and the oranges and the yellows represent warmer air. So it's the heat in place up and down the eastern seaboard this week, particularly for Tuesday and Wednesday. But I'm going to play things through, and what you'll notice is that as we head into Memorial Day weekend, there is some cooler air nearby. This time of the year, it's super important, the wind direction. When it's more of a west or a southwest wind, that's typically warmer. If it's an onshore breeze coming off of water temperatures that are still running in the 50s, we're going to be socked in some cooler air. So that does look like it's nearby for the upcoming weekend. But then the general theme across much of the lower 48 is a lot of warmth that builds back in with some cooler air in the Pacific Northwest, and then some cool shots nearby that may skirt New England, but a lot of warmth that builds in heading into the start of June, particularly off to our west. So hot couple of days here in New England with record-breaking heat from here at home down to the mid-Atlantic. Then we drop things substantially. So this is a New England-wide average, right? Keep that in mind. It's hard to pick one number for New England, but you notice the sharp cool down that comes in. Temperatures near seasonable, and then even slightly cooler than that heading into the upcoming unofficial kickoff of summer. That said, I think the coastline may see cooler readings than even what's depicted here. And then interior areas may be a little bit milder. But overall, the theme is after that, from like the 26th, 27th onward, that we get back into at least an above normal stretch of temperatures that should be generally running in the 70s as we head into the end of the month and the very start of June. Similarly, the overnight lows are mildest the next couple of mornings. Not quite done with frost yet. The average last frost dates for northern New England are the end of May. And I do want to watch Friday morning, 42 in New England average. That's the 22nd of May, by the way. That means northern, even some parts of central New England may be cooler than that, dipping into the mid to upper 30s with a little frost potential. And even Saturday and Sunday morning, so the 23rd and 24th of Memorial Day weekend, yes, New England-wide average in the upper 40s for the morning lows. But that said, northern New England may have some pockets of frost in the far north country. Then we're generally running in the 50s through the remainder of the period into the start of June. So the jet stream steers our storms, acts like a thermostat. And what do you notice here for the upcoming Memorial Day weekend? It's nearby with multiple disturbances kind of traveling along it. So we're going to watch that closely. Obviously, several days out, we'll keep you posted on the exact timing of when some wet weather may come into play. Jet stream still over us on Tuesday, and then it lifts northward, bringing a return to some of that warmth way up in Canada, actually, with another few disturbances coming in. But that said, it looks like a drier pattern overall. So flash flooding possible here. The highest rainfall totals in terms of precipitation expected along the Gulf Coast, eastern Texas, Louisiana, stretching back up into the Tennessee River Valley, parts of the Central Plains as well, with rounds of severe weather. Here at home, 1 to 2 inches over the next 2 weeks, maybe a few locally higher totals. That said, it does look like it at or below average precipitation stretch over the next 2 weeks in general. Keep in mind, the percent chance of precipitation isn't how much it's going to rain the entire day. Like 80% just means there's a chance that it could rain during the day. 80% is high, but it could be a pop-up thunderstorm that comes through very quickly. So 40% on Tuesday. Wednesday, the 20th, is a little bit higher with the cold front coming in that will break the heat. It goes back down to end the week. Then it does elevate again through Memorial Day weekend. Again, not a washout, but there's going to be some moisture nearby. So there's one thing to keep an eye on. I do think those precipitation chances may go up for the Memorial Day weekend time frame, and then drop back down after that jet stream disturbance comes in. So Tuesday, but particularly Wednesday, and then after that, notice it's a much lower risk with those temperatures running in the 70s, and at least a chance that we get a dry stretch during that period as well, or mainly dry stretch. 24/7. You can watch us. Still hear from so many of you that say, we want to watch you on TV again. And you can. Open up the YouTube app on your smart TV, search 1 Degree Outside Network. We are streaming all the time, New England's only and first weather network, always at 1degreeoutside.live as well, or you can tap right on the home screen of our app. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.1degreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside weather.